In every way, God makes all humans as equals. However, some people still believe that black people are superior to white people. Such irrational notions are passed down through generations in various parts of the world. It defies sense to believe that disparities in skin color might cause some individuals to treat black people inhumanely. Every day, we hear about powerful white guys who constantly disparage black people as undeserving of survival. Nonetheless, a large number of black people demonstrate their ability to win the ethnic competition. By the end, they had inspired and gained everyone's respect. This short piece will tell the story of a black young lady who proves to the entire world that human perfection or brilliance is based on one's good attitude, rather than one's skin color. Natasha is the story's black heroine, and she was merely a bright young lady. So make sure to stay with us to find out her story. Natasha lived in a tiny village with her family and came from a poor home. Her father, Andrew, worked as an accountant, while her mother worked as a dressmaker, and she was their only child. Natasha's family migrated from place to place, receiving a lot of mockery in each area they went. In truth, they were mostly from South Africa, and after Natasha's mother Gina gave birth to Natasha, they wanted to move to a developed country where they could earn more money and provide a good education for their daughter Natasha, as well as learn about the world's new culture. Andrew was a man with a lot of ambition. He desired a brighter future for his family. Andrew was not a follower of his country's conventional way of life. He didn't want his daughter Natasha to grow up in the same kind of rustic surroundings that he did. Similarly, Gina wanted that Natasha would be an effective person who could bring about a shift in the ingrained negative beliefs about the limitations of individuals with dark complexion. Natasha walked into a school with a large number of white children, and her classmates mocked her and referred to her as a lightless lamb. But everyone remained mute because of her constant neglect and indifference to other people's thoughts of her. Gina, unfortunately, died, and Natasha felt a great degree of sadness. Gina was, in fact, everything to Natasha. Not only was she her mother, but she was also her closest friend. Andrew, on the other hand, didn't have enough money to let his daughter to attend the college of her choice, but he saved every penny he made. He was unable to acquire the required funds. Helen, Andrew's boss, expressed her admiration for him at this moment. Helen, a white woman, fell in love with Andrew, a black man, without considering the color difference. Helen, like Andrew, was a widow. Not only a pretty and pleasant woman, but she was also a wealthy who could simply assist Andrew by providing the funds he required to allow Natasha to enroll in a new college. Helen and Andrew planned to marry shortly so that they could devote every moment of their lives to their own happiness. Natasha was irritated when Andrew told her about his plans to marry Helen, but Andrew told Natasha that such a marriage was her last chance to begin her academic studies. Sophia and Jack were Helen's kids, and they were opposed to such a union. This was due to their strong feelings for their father and their desire for Helen to remain devoted to him and to not marry a black man such as Andrew. Helen, on the other hand, refused to listen to them because differences in skin tone are natural, as God created us to put our sense of gratitude and thankfulness to the test. Despite the fact that Andrew and Helen are of different hues, they are completely convinced of their relationship. Andrew, on the other hand, was a guy of principles and courtesy, and Helen's children were correct in their affection for their devoted father, but they were incorrect in their prejudice against these black males. Natasha was mocked by Jack and Sophie as a black girl with curly hair since she adored Helen and didn't want to be the cause of any problems between Andrew and Helen. Most of the time, Natasha chose to remain silent, and Jack and Sophia tried to provoke her in order to ruin her life. Nevertheless, Natasha was a bright student who excelled in her college tests, and her white coworker fell in love with her. He's a well-off young man who aided her in her quest to become a successful businesswoman. This astonished both Jack and Sophia, and they soon enough realized their bias towards Natasha was incorrect. They were sorry for their actions against her. Natasha taught them that there are no actual differences between people except on a level.